Hey everyone, welcome to Massachusetts Sports Central. We are continuing with our NFL division previews, and in this video we are going to be looking at the NFC West. As we've been doing in all the videos, we will be going from worst to first. So getting ourselves started, we are talking about the LA Rams coming in at number 4. This might surprise a few people. I'm sure a lot of people would have San Francisco here. But really, I don't see I don't see the Rams doing anything this year. I really think they're going to be god awful. And I see San Francisco actually improving a little bit. Obviously, we'll talk about them in a minute. Excuse me. Yeah. So looking at their schedule, I have them going 2-14. I have them splitting with San Francisco, and I have them splitting with Arizona, and that is it. Now they don't actually have a super hard schedule, so I could see them actually winning quite a few more games. Maybe not quite a few, but winning more games than I have them here. Indy at home. I don't think Indy's going to be a very good team, and we know that they're missing Andrew Luck. But unless something dramatic changes, the Rams are going to be missing Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is one of the best players in the league. He's actually a better player than Andrew Luck. It's just Andrew Luck is more important since he's a quarterback. And if he holds out for any amount of time, it makes it much harder for the Rams to win anything. So that Indy game at San Francisco in Week 3, but especially again if Donald's not back yet, that's not an easy. None of these are easy games. I also have Jacksonville as being pretty bad, but again they're playing them on the road. So basically, I just if Jared Goff can turn it around and turns into like a stud quarterback instead of the next Jamarcus Russell from what he looks like last year, then they could obviously win a lot more games. But I don't see that happening. I don't see anything else really gelling on the team. They have a few players who can play, but I just don't see them doing much of anything. So 2-14, maybe they scratch out 2 or 3 other wins, but that's about it. All right, moving on. Number 3, we have the San Francisco 49ers. I like the John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan hires. I more or less liked the draft that they had. I can see where they're going to be on the uptick. But obviously they're starting from a pretty bad place, so it's going to be a while. But I do have them going 5-11. Looking at their schedule, again, I have them beating the Rams at home. I have them beating Indy on the road, and have them splitting with Arizona. They are playing Chicago. I have them beating them. They are playing home against Jacksonville. I have them beating them. So, none of these, I don't have them pulling off any major upsets. I don't have them, like beating Seattle or something like that. But they are, that's still a pretty sizable improvement. So, none of the games I had them picked to win are like extreme. Arizona, I do think is a bit better team than them. I'm not super high on them, but they're definitely better. So maybe that one doesn't pan out, but still, from where they were last year, 4 wins, and there's no reason they couldn't actually pull off a real upset somewhere. It's still pretty good. So next up, we have at number 2 the Arizona Cardinals. If you listen to our AFC North preview, kind of talked about my feelings with the Bengals, that I think last year's fall from grace was more of the beginning of the end as opposed to an aberration. I don't think Arizona's fall was an aberration either, but I also don't think that they're poised to really fall apart. I think they're going to be more or less the same team they were last year. I have them as 7-9. Could see them winning 1 or 2, maybe not 2, but 1 more additional game. I could see them winning less. Again, I have them winning most of their easy games. Jacksonville, the Rams, San Francisco all at home, Indy and Washington, who's not terrible, not amazing, but not a bad team on the road. The big one is I do have them splitting with Seattle, And this is actually the biggest one, is I have them beating Dallas. It is a home game, but I have them beating Dallas in week 3. This is predicated on assuming that Ezekiel Elliott will be serving his suspension. Again, if you listen to the NFC North preview, I mentioned how I was questioning my pick of Green Bay beating Dallas, and I determined that with or without Zeke, I think I would still pick that. In this case, I think I would take Dallas pretty confidently if he was playing over Arizona. So this one could change a little bit. I am actually going to do the NFC East as one of the last ones because I'm hoping maybe we hear something before that. At this point, I don't think we're going to. I have to have all these done before the start of the season. Anyway, but even if they end up going 6-10 or 8-8, it doesn't really matter. I don't think they're going to fall below San Francisco, and there's no way they're catching Seattle. And speaking of Seattle, number 1. So I have them. You always like Seattle. They have a great defense. Russell Wilson is a legitimate quarterback. They have some reasonable players on offense to work with him. The line is terrible. That's the big problem, and I don't see it being marketably better this year. It could be, they had a lot of young guys playing, so if those guys take steps forward, they could improve. But they're not going to be like the Dallas or Oakland line or something like that. They just might not be terrible. Have them at 11-5. Could actually see them doing a little bit better than this. I did really like the Sheldon Richardson pickup that they had. He is a very good player, and so that makes that really good defense just that much better. So looking at, I didn't pick any really crazy losses for them. So I have them losing at Dallas late in the season, so presumably Zeke would be back unless some weird thing happens where he gets an injunction early in the season. They hear the case say like mid-season, and he actually misses games late. But even so, this was assuming a full-strength Dallas squad on the road. I have them losing. As I mentioned, splitting with Arizona. Arizona is a clearly inferior team, but they were a clear inferior team last year too, and they split. Or I guess they didn't split, but they actually, they lost one and tied one with Arizona, so they didn't even split. I do have them. The only home game I have them losing is against Atlanta. Again, they're certainly good enough to win that game, but so is Atlanta. I have them lose. So there's always the Seattle starts off slow, and that's what I have them doing, losing to Green Bay in the opener and then losing at Tennessee in game 3, but before they start their run of going really good through most of the rest of the season. All right, well, that wraps up the NFC West. So check out all the rest of the videos, and as always, thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and share the videos, and subscribe to our channel. You can also follow us on other social media. Facebook and Twitter are both at MA Sports Central. Thanks, and we will see you soon.